All right, y'all. I've seen this clip. I've been getting sent this clip. Y'all been telling me to check this out. And shout out to my boy Chig Smooth for putting together a perfectly, copyright friendly version of this so the Breakfast Club don't trip. But Charlamagne the God violates Drake and Rory. I haven't heard the Rory about the UMG lawsuit. We here, man. Shout out to Chig Smooth. Make sure you check out his channel.
YouTube.
My Nigerian
Chigs.
brother. You know what I mean? Can do?
Get ready. You know what to do, Chigs.
Shout out to Chig for putting this.
Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit.
Like AD said, I appreciate the coverage you've been doing, bro. You've been, you know what I mean, putting them together. I've been, you know what I mean, reacting to them. I'm hoping that I'm getting some of my people to go over to your channel and check you out too. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Like I said, I don't want to react to all his stuff. There's a bunch of good videos he got on his
subscribe to
channel.
your shit too, bro.
Charlamagne is back on timing. For everybody out there that's been constantly criticizing Charlamagne for pandering, not being toxic enough for you guys, well, it looks like we just got 2014 Charlamagne back. Now, when Drake announced last week that he had 2 lawsuits against UMG, one that claims that UMG used bots and other methods to help out Kendrick Lamar's song, and the other one for defamation, claiming that UMG did nothing to stop Kendrick's song that called him a certified pedophile. Now,
That's so crazy. I will never be able to hear that and just like get suing a rapper suing anybody for a diss track, or especially saying that you know, the label should have stopped it before, which would also be messing up with artist integrity, which would also be saying Drake's the, for people who be, I've seen people be like, I haven't seen people be on the label side before. Yeah, because of what he's asking. I don't think y'all niggas be thinking of the repercussions, nigga. The labels aren't just some dark, evil entity and they're always wrong. No, nigga. You are advocating for records to be edited, to be censored by labels. That's not a good thing, nigga. That's not. So all oh, he's doing it for the little man. No, he's not, nigga. No, he's not, bro. This could damage this could damage a lot of artists, bro. Trust me. I ain't never seen an art, just like some of these people being like, I ain't never seen so many people be on the label side. I ain't never seen an artist advocating for labels to censor other artists' music either. So, yeah, pick your poison, nigga.
Now, when I actually saw this lawsuit, I said, there's no way you can defend this. Doesn't matter if you're a fan of Drake or Kendrick. If you're just a fan of hip-hop in general, this is just simply not what you do. You don't get into a rap beef with another MC, and when the outcome is not favorable to you, you run to the courtroom.
It's just not good for art either. Like, an artist basically pushing for labels to censor artist music. And I don't know why people are not thinking of the repercussions and pretending like this is some like freedom fighter. He's fighting for the little man. No, nigga. No, bro. Because what he's fighting is for a megastar to be able to control all the music and what is in the music of an entire label. That's not good, bro. He's not saying, man, I don't know how. There are a few people spinning this, but I don't even be believing them niggas is real human beings sometimes. I think they're bots.
That's corny. It's a very lame move to do.
It's beyond corny.
Especially when you've benefited from the same things. Unfortunately, there was a lot of Drake fans that were actually defending this lawsuit by Drake. For some weird reason, people forgot all about the rules of engagement in the rap battle. Well, today, Charlamagne is calling out the fuck shit and everybody that he...
They didn't forget. They're just trying to change the rules for him. When it was push-ups, go back to some of these people the people who are trying to defend these lawsuits. I'm not really seeing a lot of people defending the second one. I see people just, those stands, Euros stepping that one and act like it doesn't, the defamation, to talk about the other one, because that's one they think is defendable, which it still isn't. But go back to push-ups. If you are on the internet and you see someone saying that Drake is smart for doing these lawsuits, go back to push-ups and see what they were saying during push-ups. Let's see if they weren't egging Kendrick on to drop. Let's see. I'm sure they weren't.
It's full of shit. He gave Donkey of the Day to Drake for his UMG lawsuit, and then Charlamagne went on to target one specific person that was speaking out over the last week. Rory from Rory and
I didn't even know he went on Rory.
Has been on Twitter Spaces over the last couple of days defending Drake's lawsuit. Not only that, but Rory also compared Michael Jackson's situation in the past to Drake's current situation with UMG. Here's what Rory said.
Glasses, respect, by the way. Always glasses, respect to you.
Right.
You know
It's
why
also
people feel away, Jody.
But Cool.
No,
I
if he
understand why
said
people
Drake
feel
is
away.
not
Who gives a fuck though?
It
Even if
matters.
Drake has,
Man,
even though if Drake is doing
matters.
for selfish
It's not even
reasons,
for
who
selfish
gives a
reasons.
fuck?
If
It
it was
is for
selfish
selfish
Let's.
reasons,
reasons. We know it's for selfish
Rory,
reasons.
if he would use his own shit, I would be all in. I'd be all in if he was like, y'all know what y'all did for me. Y'all made it. You cannot convince me this is a him against the industry thing. If it was, he would sacrifice himself.
He's about to sacrifice
No.
why would
himself
he?
because he's about to prove that he's used bots before too.
If that was the case,
But
he wouldn't be
when it
bringing
comes,
up someone else's
yes,
record,
yes,
Rory.
Okay, Rory,
He
do you
would bring
think
up
he's
his
pulling
own
out that
record.
spade? You think he's pulling that spade out if it comes down to that?
It
I
already
think the
come
red
down to it.
button.
Why do you
I
need to
think the
pull it
red
out?
button. I think the red button Drake was talking about this
Was
entire
himself.
time
The
was
kamikaze.
this. Yo,
Yo, this nigga Rory, I ain't gonna lie to you. These gymnastics is crazy. Nigga, you was. So what was the red button? Because y'all keep moving the goalposts and keep changing what the red button was. Maul was on. You're on the podcast where Maul was saying, "Oh, this is the red button. No, this track's gonna be the red button. No, this meme is gonna be the red button. Oh, you see this post? He's insinuating there's gonna be a red button. Now, Rory, not a lawsuit was a red button. Really, really. Imagine going back to when Drake was saying he's about to push the red button. Imagine if he would have came out and said it was a lawsuit. This nigga said, I think the red button this whole time was this. Wow. 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 Wowzers, nigga. What? Yo, this red button meme gonna follow Drake for the rest of his career. I swear. What? The fact that, like, you have no evidence said that being the red button. The fact that you've been on the podcast and Maul's been saying there's been a bunch of different things that are the red button. To assume that this is the red button after is to me, you have more evidence that this isn't the red button because y'all keep saying this is the boy that cries wolf at this point than you do to say that it is. This is hilarious.
bro, I will tell everybody we all use bots. I will sacrifice myself. This shit is over. I
Then
promise
why
to show you.
hasn't he?
This is over.
Nigga filed the
This is
lawsuit.
all the facade.
It started
This is
on
bullshit.
He's
Monday.
not starting now. He's still talking about someone else.
So you're saying this was God's plan?
Yeah, Rory,
Nah,
Rory,
you get tomatoes for that one. That's
Rory,
wild.
I don't even. I'm gonna keep it real. Rory, not even like a Drake. He not Maul at all. So I don't want to paint it like he is right now. I feel like something happens sometimes too, where I feel like the stands of both sides make the regular fans start arguing and defending things to make them look like they stands too. So like right now what Rory's saying to me is the most head ass shit I've ever heard. And it reeks of I'm trying to make this mitigate how bad this looks. Because I'm going to just tell people that this is the red button. I'm going to say that Drake's going to be a martyr. And actually, even though he's suing for bots, he's going to say, I use bots too. Ooh, which in the big aspect of things, I don't think Rory understands that would just negate everything. How is that ending everything? You can't go, this person was doing this, I was also doing this, and what do you think the fans are going to do? What do you think the fans are going to do? If you just say we all do, everybody's going to be like, oh, okay, so then what the fuck? That no law, now that null and voids, Rory thinks that that's going to be the car that pulls down the whole industry. No, nigga. If you just go, we all do this, what is supposed to change then? Then it makes it go, oh, okay, well now we don't care because everybody does it.
Yeah, put the fries,
Come on.
put the
He gave
fries in
he
the bag
gave
for that one, my nigga.
he gave everyone in Miami $20,000. Like, come on.
Oh, by the way, hip hop is a sport. Link in the pinned comment. Go grab it, bro. Like I said, this has been a year of years, man. One of the greatest years of hip hop. I think 2025. It got a lot to live up to, but I feel like it's going to be a good year too. Huh? Link in the pinned comment. Everybody who grabs one in the next 2 weeks, I'm giving personal thank yous. We got hoodies. We got all kind of colors. I got the pink on right now. We got all kinds of. Go grab that. Let's go.
Rory, come on.
Yo, Rory, you gonna follow a nigga back or what, bro?
Glasses, what am I wrong about?
Rory, because you know he would know how.
Nigga did not respond.
Yo, Chris, put the fries in the bag, bro.
Fries back.
Yo, man, I ain't gonna lie.
This lawsuit though.
And if this was really that, I feel like what Rory is saying, I feel like Drake would have done this before. He would not have waited right after GNX dropped to drop this. He would have done this before. And I feel like Rory is smarter than this too. I feel like Rory knows like Drake this isn't like some martyr move, but he's saying it. That's why I feel so disingenuous, because I'm like, what are you talking about? This is clearly just a person who's used to getting things his way, not getting things his way, and throwing a tantrum. This is almost the same way where he went with the push at the end of the Pusha T thing, where he did that whole diatribe and he said that he couldn't drop it because it's gonna break up the industry and the diss track's so crazy. Jay Prince told him it's gonna shake the industry up. This is almost the same play, only this one is more bitch ass because now you suing.
Oh,
So,
that shit crazy.
this is what Drake always does when he
though,
loses.
No, I'm really waiting.
Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
What do you think I'm wrong about? with
It's
this?
not wrong, Rory, but you know his paperwork. You know better than anybody. Just like
It's
I-
wrong.
His
It's wrong.
Will show whatever is happening, so he wouldn't need to compel anyone to do it. He can actually do it if he wanted to, if that was the goal.
If he wants to sacrifice himself for his own selfish reasons,
Then why won't he
I'm
sacrifice?
here for it.
Sacrifice
Because we are all
himself
getting
for his own.
But I'm
in
saying,
this
Rory, why
DSP
won't
industry,
but I'm saying-
so let's do it.
But I'm saying, Rory, why won't he sacrifice himself then?
I
He's
do
about
agree.
to.
No, he's not.
I do agree with Rory with the price of $1 thing and sacrificing, but I just don't think Rory. When this turns out, the aftermath of this nigga acting like this nigga like some Nelson Mandela for the music. It is not gonna play this way. Remember this. Remember this. Remember Rory saying that this nigga was Drake Luther King and he about to set us all free from the evil DSPs. Things are going to be so different after this. Okay. All right. I'm willing to bet money nothing's going to be different after this. I'm willing to bet money. After this whole lawsuit thing, I'm willing to bet. Whoever wants to bet with me, I'm willing to take that. Everything will continue the exact same way it's been continuing. Nothing will change. And this isn't a moment of trying to put the industry on his head. It's a moment of somebody trying to get out of a contract and probably go independent. Drake's not thinking of other niggas. He's just thinking of himself. If he was, he would have done this years ago.
He's trying.
It wouldn't have took Not Like Us to be the catalyst for him to realize it's time to save the universe.
Sacrifice another record. He's saying,
Whoa.
He's
All right.
trying to sacrifice Kendrick, but he's saying that the
So,
spade,
all right.
if it doesn't work, is
it's
done.
all right.
Rory know what I'm saying.
It's a petition, right? So if it ends up being a real lawsuit, at some point, if Universal actually entertains this and doesn't settle with Drake, because I do think he's in the middle of a negotiation and trying to get his money and using this as a play. If they end up going to trial, everyone's gonna have to turn over everything within this civil lawsuit.
100%.
Exactly. So, sacrifice himself because
So
he
then why
knows,
is it-
like all of us.
It's not, what is this sacrificing yourself talk? Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, right? If it comes out that Drake bought it stuff, we already know that. I think Rory is underestimating. I think a lot of people who are in this music industry bubble underestimate the layman a little bit. I think they don't realize that a lot of people know that this shit is fake and it's tinsel. It's not everything that glitters is gold. I'm telling you right now, bro, in a discovery where it comes out that Drake bought some things, Kendrick bought some things, and I promise you, it's not gonna. All this is gonna be is fodder. If it comes out that Kendrick had some, it's gonna be fodder for the Drake stands. If Drake comes out son, it's gonna be fodder for the Kendrick stands. Nothing's gonna change. It's gonna be the same arguments that have been happening for the last 7 months on Instagram. I mean, on social media. I don't get this. So this is like really like over exaggerating what this is gonna be. I'm telling you.
Drake has used bots like everyone else.
Rory,
Michael Jackson tried to do this and they stopped him. Let's go for it, man. Like, I don't understand what's so crazy with me with the internet for the last 7 years. Y'all have been justifying snitching with real street. But when it comes to labels this week, snitching is against the rules now.
I hate when people do that kind of argument too, where the internet is millions of people's voices, right? So you can make a point by using a group of people at any moment. So when he says people were justifying or saying snitching wasn't wrong. Not everybody. You're just saying the people that were saying that, or the loudest people in your bubble were saying that, not mine. So, no, that's just a null and void point also, because I could, no matter how many people you can show me that were saying what you were saying, I could show you the exact same that were saying the opposite. And we use that a lot in the internet. I do that too. We all tend to do, like, since what we're seeing is what we're seeing, we say that's what's going on everywhere. But it's not, bro. Like, so don't make a blanketed statement like, everybody on the internet was anti this and now they're, no, they weren't, nigga. And this is, no, nigga, this is whole shit. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. It is like
Charlamagne was so disgusted.
You
by
can be
this
a Drake fan, like I said. I will never deny Drake is a great musician. I'll never deny that a lot of his music I damn near grew up to, bro. I started getting my first little piece riding around when Drake was dropping. I will never deny the moments he gave in my life. I can also, two things could be true at the same time. Drake is a great musician, right? When Drake really want to rap, he could rap. This is some bitch ass shit. Those two things are true at the same time. That's okay. It's just okay.
Not only went on to give Drake Donkey of the Day for the lawsuit, but he also took a little shot at Rory. Here's Charlamagne's Donkey of the Day.
All I'm saying, Aubrey, is stop acting like you haven't been the beneficiary of record label technology, okay? You being a whole hoe simply because you lost. Simply because...
And that's where I feel like Rory is being really disingenuous to, or just he's not being, because it's like, Rory, bro. And I get what he's saying. He's saying the sum, all of this, he believes is going to, the sum total is going to be positive. That's what he believes. What he's kind of Euro-stepping and doesn't really want to talk about is how this is clearly only happening because of Not Like Us. And if Drake was really trying to put his industry on his head, he would have been doing this. He would not have received the benefits of this. This wouldn't be a problem only when he perceives somebody else is getting those same benefits. It's just what it is. Sometimes the simplest explanation is the truth, bro. Sometimes it's not always the Zapruder film. You know what I mean? Sometimes a nigga just got shot in the head. You know what I mean?
Because you lost. Simply because Kendrick Lamar kicked your ass lyrically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And anybody acting like this is anything more than Drake's feelings being hurt, you a hoe too. A OV hoe to be exact. Okay? He's fighting the same war that Michael Jackson fought. Drake is taking a stand for the art and the artists. People who are running with that narrative would hold Drake's penis while he pees and shake it for him when he's finished. Okay.
Yeah, that narrative. Like I said, Rory believing that this is going to be a net positive, I guess is him looking at the glass half full and him. I haven't heard him talk about how he feels about Drake doing this besides, oh, it's a net positive. It's gonna change the industry, and then after this, it's gonna be kumbaya and feathers and flowers. I don't even fully believe Rory fully believes that. I feel like he's hoping that that's gonna happen. I don't believe he believes that, nigga.
Okay,
100%. Like, really, okay.
Drake has been handling this terribly since Not Like Us dropped, and please let's keep this in mind. Drake, you're in this position because you tapped out. Okay, you chose to tap out after you heard Not Like Us. Kendrick dropped too much tune for your head top. Okay, he gave you Euphoria, 616 in LA, Meet the Grams, and Not Like Us. It was too much for you because you didn't have to tap out after the Hard Part 6. You could have went in the studio and gave us a bop. You the bop guy. You could have got with some ghostwriters, went in the studio and wrote a hit to combat Not Like Us.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. If Drake, I don't know if I fully agree with this. You should have delivered if Drake would have dropped another song after a Heart Part 6 without Kendrick responding, it would have looked bad. The battle was once Heart Part 6 stopped. And dropped, and there was no more songs back. It was over. They had dropped the same amount. It was over. So if Drake would have tried to get a mulligan, it would have looked bad. Like I said, I just think Drake lost fair and square, and there's not much he could do. He put up a gallant fight. I feel like in the Heart Part 6, he said some things to try to rebuttal some things, but like when it ended there and you called it there, it was Kendrick.
But you chose not to. You tapped out. Kendrick won.
Hey, man, not too much on my guy Rory, man. But I think Charlamagne is right. I don't think Drake filed this lawsuit on behalf of the whole industry. Let's be honest here. After the
To be fair, I don't think that's what Rory is saying. I think he's just saying it in a real weird way that's making it feel like he's trying everything to not say what Drake did was whack. But I think what he's saying, and that's why it's coming off to people like, wait, why don't you just say this is whack? And because he's focusing more that he thinks that this is going to be the unveiling, the unmasking of the entire music industry because of the Drake's lawsuit, which I think is very hopeful, wishful thinking. But like, are you serious, Rory? I feel like you've been in the industry long enough, and he's more tapped in the industry than I am. I'm not in the industry like that. You like really? You really believe that? Okay, all right. So Drake is Jesus. He's going to sacrifice himself to bring us to the promised land. He's music Jesus.
Whole beef popped off, Drake wasn't fucking with any rappers. He's now looking at most of you American rappers as ops. So you're gonna tell me that even though he still feels betrayed by all you American rappers, he's still gonna go ahead and sacrifice his entire career because he cares about the well-being of rappers in the industry? Come on, dog. Let's just...
No, Rory, that's what I said. Rory's not saying... Rory, in a weird way, he in his own way, he's not saying Drake is doing that on purpose. He's saying that the results of this are going to benefit people. But, and maybe it's the way that they're clipping Rory, because I haven't watched this whole thing. Him not just going, yeah, that's some whack shit, and Drake is just throwing a temper tantrum, is what's making this look like he's just trying to glaze Drake. But I don't think that's what he's doing. I just think that his message is skewed a bit. And maybe it's, like I said, the way people are editing, because I haven't seen a whole thing of him sitting down talking about this. And everything I see is him defending this as some, like, martyr move, which is borderline comedy. But
let's be honest here for a second. If Kendrick would have lost the battle against Drake and pulled the same move, he should be criticized the same way that
facts.
Drake is right now.
This is like getting caught cheating on your girl, and then you tell her, nah, I ain't cheat for you, I cheated for us. I had to know how strong our bond was. And that's what it feels like. Like Drake just risen niggas down right now.
Newsflash, breaking news. None of these rappers care about anybody but themselves. Shit, most of these rappers don't even care about their grandmothers. Y'all heard Kendrick on the GNX album say, I'll cut my granny off if she don't see how I see it. And you cannot tell me otherwise. I get it. You Drake fans love Drake, and you...
It's not the fans. I hate when people say... The fans are level-headed, right? And, you know, like, I considered myself a Drake fan. I consider... Like, these two lawsuits is making me do, like, how is the music going to sound now? It's so weird to me, but, like, it's not that. It's the stance. You could be a Drake Kendrick fan. You're probably a normal person. You know, these are the two biggest artists in the genre. They're gonna have fans. It's the stans that are sick. That's why, same thing I say about Eminem. Eminem fans aren't weird. The stans are. Stans are always weird just by nature of what a stan is. It's like a parasocial relationship, or like where you make your total identity someone else, and now your goddamn Twitter page is OVO this with a bird here and the banners Drake, your pictures Drake. That's unhealthy.
Probably never publicly admit that this lawsuit was lame, and that's fine. That's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, it's lame.
You gotta
It's lame
stick
as hell.
up for your mans. I respect it. But the rest of us hip-hop fans know exactly what's going on.
Facts.
You guys get in the comments.
Like I said, he ain't nowhere near Maul, and I've seen him actually argue Maul a lot of times when Maul gets on his extra glaze. But this rollout he's doing, what he's saying right now is a little head assy. You know what I mean? I hope, you know, for the best too. But I don't believe it's gonna happen. And even in his description of how it's supposed to happen, Drake said, you do know we remember when like Rihanna, Justin Bieber, and all those people got all them views clipped, right? Because they're fake views, right? What did it do to them on YouTube? You know, people know that, right? What did it change the perception of the industry? Did it change them? No. When it comes out that everybody's botting, what the hell does Rory think is going to happen? That's what I think. That's what I go. It's almost better if it's just one person botting and then they get some sort of pun. If it's everybody botting and we already know it is, what is supposed to happen then? You're now, basically that's like taking 3 steps forward and then 3 steps back. Because once it's like, oh, so this is the industry? Okay. All right. It's not gonna make anybody hear any music different. And I think Rory's also being a little disingenuous by like not acting like this is clearly just fodder for the stands. That's all. That's the only people really gonna care. The lawsuit, most hip hop fans are gonna look at that as lame. The only people who are gonna care when the minutia of who is you are the stands, bro. That's it, bro. It don't matter who came out botting. Most hip hop fans are gonna go. That's why you're seeing things that are even outside of hip hop. CNN, ESPN, everybody calling this made. Everybody's calling this soft. Everybody ain't wrong. Nothing is gonna change when it comes out this person was botting and this person was botting. People are gonna go, oh, Drake, the nigga who sued over a battle rap, that's what's gonna happen. And the industry is going to continue to be what it's continuing. They're going to continue to bot. They're going to continue to like promote. Like what the hell?
Below. What do you?
Shout out to Chigs, man.